Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. And in today's video I'm going to talk about a pro-hormone that was extremely popular before it was banned, and that pro-hormone is Trenavar. I still get a lot of questions on many pro-hormones, and this is one that does pop up. So I definitely want to address it since I've been asked several times to talk about it. Now, Trenavar is a really strong pro-hormone, and it actually will convert to Trenbolone in the body. So as a result of this conversion, it's much more androgenic than straight testosterone, at least on paper. And it was actually legally sold over the counter until it was banned in 2015 when the pro-hormone ban went down. So it's really a really special pro-hormone for what it's capable of doing. There's been many Trenbolone pro-hormones out there that have converted into Dienolone before Trenavar, but all of them were far weaker than Trenbolone itself. Trenavar is definitely the champ of pro-hormones in terms of overall potency. Now, it's also got an advantage because it's being sold in the form of a pill, so there's no need to do any sort of injection whatsoever. Now, theoretically, though, Trenbolone itself is 5 more times androgenic and anabolic than testosterone is. This is injectable that we're talking about here, obviously, and it's used by mainly bodybuilders, lifters, the more advanced athlete is going to be one that uses Trenbolone. It's not something for a new user. It's not something for an inexperienced user, and it's definitely not something that you should be starting with whatsoever. Now, because of the power and strength that it has, Tren to pretty much be the king of all steroids. When you're talking about what's going to do the most, you're always going to hear Tren's name come up first. So, but you're also going to hear that it has the worst side effects. Now, on paper, like I said, it's showing to be so strong, but you've got to remember that the stronger that it is, the greater likelihood of side effects there is, and probably a lot stronger side effects. So just always remember that. Now, structurally, Trenavar actually is going to have the same double bonds that Trenbolone actually carries. The only difference between the two is that it has a 17 ketone instead of a 17B hydroxy function. Now, once in the body, though, the ketone is going to get hydrolyzed into Trenbolone. So that's kind of how it works. You can kind of understand, what's going on with when I talk about it converting to Trenbolone and how that works. Users of Trenavar, generally, they see a really rapid rise in strength, and conditionally upon the diet they're running, they can put on a lot of mass. Now, that's going to be dependent on how you're eating. Now, you're going to be obviously going to be eating at more of a surplus to add mass. So it's really not uncommon for people to set a lot of personal records on Trenavar. You're going to kind of jump over your plateaus in strength, and you'll definitely notice when you add Trenavar the increase in your lifts. You're also probably going to see a lot more vascularity. You're going to feel some aggression, and you're going to see some fat loss. The secret is that Trenavar is just so damn anabolic that meals will become weapons for you. It's the nutrient partitioning that's going on with Tren, and that is just when meals are your best friend. They bring so much because the Tren it uses food as fuel for your muscles, and it works so well in your favor with your eating. It truly does. Now, as I said, side effects to watch. They're going to be a lot higher, and aggression is definitely likely to increase. So this should be used wisely in the gym when you're training, not at home, not on others, not while you're driving and getting road rage. Don't use it for that purpose. Use it in the gym. The one issue is your endurance is going to take a hit. It makes it harder to really offset low blood sugar issues, which make it really hard to do cardio before you're losing energy. And you're probably going to get some pretty bad muscle pumps in your lower legs, and it's going to really make it more difficult to carry out, your cardio training. Expect, pretty strong lower back pumps and some pretty good headaches. Now, incorporating GW 501, 516 obviously really helps to offset all these endurance issues. Otherwise, it's definitely going to take a hit for sure while you're using Trenavar, Trenbolone, any of them. Thyroid levels are also going to become lowered, and prolactin is probably going to rise. So the raise in prolactin can be so prominent even on Trenavar that some people will really just go ahead and use Caber while they're using Trenavar as well, or Prexil, either one. Now Caber is going to be your better option, also known as Dostanex, but prolactin-based gynecomastia is definitely possible when you use it as well. So I would definitely probably also use Aromacin or Arimidex, one or the other. I would just be cautious. There's a lot of issues that could arise here. Now, the main problem you should be concerned about, though, amongst all the issues, are the androgenic effects, and that can lead to heart strain. And you can definitely expect your cholesterol levels to become very unbalanced, and your blood pressure is very likely to rise significantly in a short period of time. So GW 501-516 once again will also, treat this cholesterol issue and protect you from this and help to keep it at bay. So that's another thing that you want to, think about while you're using either Trenavar or Trenbolone. So always take precaution, okay? And never feel like you need to take a shortcut or you need to leave something out because it's a pro-hormone or any of the above, because that's the last thing that you want to do. Okay, taking a shortcut, especially with anything trend related, is not smart and not good, and please do not do it. I urge you. Like I said, it's not going to really convert to estrogen, okay, but there's definitely the issue of prolactin related gynecomastia occurrences. So you have to be aware of that. That's a side effect that you absolutely have got to be on guard about. You probably will only need Arimidex, and rarely will you hear me say that, but chances are with this, I don't think you'll need much, but I would definitely, probably just go with Arimidex. Now, Trenavar is pretty damn strong. I wouldn't run it over 4 weeks. Once you reach the third week, the side effects can become pretty aggravating on it. Some people will actually take a few days off from it in order to just give themselves a break on cycle, even after only a few weeks. So I would run it, take it twice a day, split it into equal doses of 30 to 40 milligrams a day. You probably want 15 to 20 milligrams in the morning, 15 to 20 milligrams 10 to 12 hours later. Even some users go less than that if they're really brand new to this. So you're definitely suppressive. You're absolutely going to need a post-cycle. You're going to need a full post-cycle with it. I would not be running an oral-only cycle regardless. It should be on a test cycle, but that's neither here nor there. That's your decision. But it will need a full post-cycle regardless. So that's Trenavar for you. I just stress to be very wise with it and to pay attention to it. It's a very strong pro-hormone, and it's not something to take lightly just because it is a pro-hormone, if you do happen to have any of it. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more videos to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.